My beloved disciples, gather close. I want to share with you a story that will illuminate the heart of my Father. A story that happened long before I walked among you in flesh, yet speaks to every moment of your lives today. There was a time when the sons of the prophets came to Elisha, my faithful servant. These were young men eager to serve, but they faced a practical problem. Look, they said, the place where we meet with you is too small for us. Let us go to the Jordan, and each of us get a pole, and let us build a place there for us to live. Do you see what was happening here? Growth brings challenges. When my kingdom expands, when hearts are opened, when people gather to seek truth, sometimes the old structures cannot contain what I am doing. This is not a problem to fear, but a sign of my blessing. So they went to the Jordan River. Picture this scene with me. Young men working together, the sound of axes biting into wood, the fellowship of shared purpose. Each swing of the axe was an act of faith, building something for my glory. But then, in one terrible moment, disaster struck. One young man was cutting down a tree when the iron axe head flew off the handle and fell into the water. But here is what made this moment even more painful. The axe was borrowed. "Oh no, my lord," he cried to Elisha. "It was borrowed." My children, how many of you know exactly what this young man felt? That sinking sensation when something precious slips away, and you realize it was not even yours to lose. Perhaps it was your peace of mind that you thought you had secured. Maybe it was joy that seemed so stable just yesterday. Could it have been hope for your marriage, confidence in your calling, or trust in your future? You see, we often find ourselves working with borrowed tools. The strength you have today, borrowed from me. The opportunities before you, borrowed time. The relationships that sustain you, borrowed grace. And when these things seem to fall into the depths, when they sink beneath the surface where you cannot reach them, what do? Watch what happens next, for this is where you see the heart of my Father revealed. Elisha did not lecture the young man about being more careful. He did not tell him that borrowed things come with greater responsibility. Instead, he asked the most important question. Where did it fall? This question changes everything. Elisha was not asking because he needed information. He was teaching the young man something profound. I care about the exact place of your loss. Not just that you have lost something, but precisely where it happened. Then Elisha cut a stick and threw it into the water at that very spot. The iron floated. What was impossible became possible. What was lost was restored. The young man reached out and took back what had sunk beyond his grasp. My dear ones, I am telling you this story because I am still the God who makes iron float. I still defy the natural order when faith meets my power. But notice the pattern. Show me where it fell. When you come to me with your losses, do not speak in generalities. Do not simply say, Lord, my life is falling apart. Instead, be specific. Where did your peace fall? Was it in that conversation last Tuesday? Where did your hope sink? Was it when you opened that letter, heard that diagnosis, saw that text message? I need you to understand something that will transform how you approach every loss. I am not a God of vague comfort. I am a God of specific restoration. I work in the details. I see the exact moment when things went wrong, and I have the power to reach into those deep places and bring back what was lost. The stick that Elisha threw was ordinary wood touching extraordinary faith. When you show me where it fell, when you trust me with the specifics of your pain, I will use simple means to accomplish impossible things. Right now, as I speak these words to you, some of you know exactly what has fallen into the depths. Your marriage hit the water 3 months ago. Your confidence sank last week. Your sense of purpose disappeared when that door closed. When that person left, when that dream died. Here is what I want you to do instead of frantically diving after what you have lost. Instead of trying to manufacture hope or force solutions, show me where it fell. Pray with specificity. Trust with precision. Watch for my hand to move in ways that make no earthly sense. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I did through Elisha at Jordan's edge, I will do for you in your deepest need. Nothing has fallen too far. No loss is too specific for my attention. No borrowed blessing is beyond my power to restore. The iron floated not because it was naturally buoyant, but because I chose to suspend the laws that normally govern such things. In your life, I will suspend whatever laws, whatever limitations, whatever impossibilities stand between you and my perfect will for you. Where did it fall, my child? Show me, and watch what I will do. Prayer together, Lord Jesus. You see where everything has fallen in our lives. The borrowed peace, the sinking hope, the submerged dreams, nothing escapes your notice. We bring you the specific places of our loss, trusting that your power to restore is greater than any law of nature that says what is gone forever. Like Elisha's simple stick touching the water, use our simple faith to accomplish your extraordinary purposes. We believe again, we receive again. We praise you for restoration we cannot yet see but dare to trust. Amen.